Hello students, welcome back to a new video of Sunanda's tutorial. So it is a very special videos for those students who are seriously preparing for NEET 2024. So in this video I will discuss some MCQs related to your chapter The Living World. So the first question is the basis of classification as per the five kingdom classification system is. So what is the basis of five kingdom classification? The answer is option 4, which is nutrition. Can you tell me what are the five categories or five kingdom of that five kingdom classification, and who proposed that five kingdom classification? Can you tell me about the kingdoms of five kingdom classification and who proposed it? So the five kingdoms are Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia, and the scientist R.H. Whittaker proposed this five kingdom classification. So the next question is, if the five kingdom system is followed, in which kingdom would archaea and nitrogen organisms go? So archaea means archaebacteria, and nitrogen fixing organisms are mostly of bacteria. So they are placed under the Monera kingdom. So the answer is option A, Monera kingdom. Then Protista, Fungi and Plantae, these are all are kingdoms. Under the Protista, all the eukaryotic unicellular organisms are present. For example, algae. And fungi, under fungi all the fungal organisms like your Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes are placed, and they are also eukaryotic, but their mode of nutrition is saprophytic. They can't prepare their own food because they lack the chlorophyll pigment, but Protista have chlorophyll pigment. Then under the Plantae kingdom, all the plants are placed. So here the answer is option A, Monera. Under Monera, archaea, which is archaebacteria, and nitrogen fixing organisms are placed. Then who introduced phylogenetic system of classification? So what is phylogenetic classification? Phylogenetic classification, the classification system which follows the ancestral relationship. They categorize the plant according to their phylogeny. So according to their evolutionary relationship. So who proposed that phylogenetic system of classification? Engler and Prandtl, Adolf Engler and Karl Prandtl. So here the answer is option C, Adolf Engler and Karl Prandtl. Then question number 4. Characters of flowers are used as a parameter of classification in case of classification of angiosperms. Why? Why the characters of flowers are used as a parameters of classification? Because the flowers have attractive colors, because characteristic of flowers are conservative. See, because flowers are visible and large, and option D, all of this. So here the answer is because characteristic of flowers are conservative. Then the purpose of classification or taxonomy. What is the purpose of classification or taxonomy? So here the answer is to facilitate the identification of unknown organisms or species, because millions of species are present on our earth which are not known to us. So they should be identified, classified on the basis of their characteristic. So the ultimate purpose or aim of the classification or classifying the plants and animal to facilitate the identification of unknown organism. Then the question C, characteristic of which of the following is less general as compared to genus? So the answer here is option B, species. Then question number 7. What does the taxonomic classification refers to? What is the taxonomic classification? Question number 7. What does the taxonomic classification refers to? So basically the classification means the stepwise arrangement of all categories for classification of animals as well as plants. Then question number 8, one of the very first step of the taxonomy. So the first step is the identification. Option D, identification. Then its description and naming. Then after that the classification or categorization. The next question is question number 9. Nicotiana sylvestris flowers only during long days, while Nicotiana tabacum flowers during the short day. So Nicotiana sylvestris is a long day plant and Nicotiana tabacum is a short day plant. However, both of these can be induced to flower at the same time by changing the photoperiod. So we can change the photoperiod and can also be cross fertilized. That means they can be hybridized by the process of artificial hybridization. The cross of both species of flowers produces self-fertile offspring. What is the best reason for considering? So what is the reason of it? So the reason of it is they are reproductively distinct species. Then question number 10. A true species consists of a population. A true species that consists of a population who are reproductively isolated. Then question number 11. Two different plants can be conclusively said to belong to same species if they can reproduce freely and produce seed. Then which of the following combinations is correct for wheat? For wheat, the botanical name of wheat is Triticum aestivum. So there the genus is Triticum, family obviously Poaceae, order Poales, and the class Monocotyledon. So option B is the correct answer. Then question number 13. Which of the following is not a characteristic of kingdom Protista? The organisms are prokaryotic, the organisms are unicellular, the organisms are eukaryotic. Option D, the organisms show presence of cilia. So at first I have already told you that the organisms that belong to Protista all are unicellular but eukaryotic. So here the wrong statement is the organisms are prokaryotic. They are not prokaryotic. All the organisms belongs to Protista. For example, algae, which belongs to Protista kingdom, they are unicellular. They may be unicellular but they are strictly eukaryotic. So here the answer is option A. Then what is the expansion of ICBN? ICBN is the International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. And what is the expansion of ICZN? International Code for Zoological Nomenclature. This ICBN is meant for naming, classifying the plants. But ICZN, which is International Code for Zoological Nomenclature, is meant for classifying the animals according to their morphological characters, according to their anatomical characters, naming those animals. So ICBN means International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. So here the answer is option A. Then 15 number question. Which among the following is involved in the naming of the animals scientifically? So here the answer is option D, which is ICZN, International Code for Zoological Nomenclature, which is meant for naming and classifying the animals. Then what do you think is the need of nomenclature? What is the meaning of nomenclature first? Nomenclature means the naming of a plant or animal or any microbes. So what is its importance? Scientists can use this term in their seminars. Option B, to have a standard name for organism instead of having many names in different languages. Option C, nomenclature is something which is same for all organisms and people need not mention each organism with different name. Option D, nomenclature looks fancier and more technical than regional names. So here the answer should be option B, to have a standard name all across the world for an organism instead of having many names in different languages in different regions. So the answer is option B. The importance of nomenclature is to give a species a standard name instead of many names in many languages. Then question number 17, a binomial nomenclature consists of dash and dash. So what is a binomial nomenclature? So each and every organism should be given a scientific name. According to Carolus Linnaeus, each and every species of plant and animal should be given a scientific name, and that scientific name should be a two-lettered word. One is generic epithet and the specific epithet. Suppose the botanical name or scientific name of mango plant is Mangifera indica. Mangifera indica. So here it is the generic name or generic epithet or genus name, and indica is the species name. The Mangifera, the genus should be started with a capital letter, and species name should be started with a small letter. So the binomial nomenclature, in binomial nomenclature, the botanical name or scientific name of any species consists of a generic name and a specific epithet. So here the answer is option C. Then question number 18, binomial nomenclature is given by Carolus Linnaeus. Then Arjadirecta indica, variety minor Velton, belongs to the genus. So here it is the genus name, it is the species name, and the variety name is minor Velton. It is the variety name. Here the indica is the species, Arjadirecta is the genus. So the genus name is Arjadirecta. The answer is option A. The scientific name of lion. What is the scientific name of lion? So here it is Panthera leo and it is Panthera leo. What is the difference between these two options? See, the species name always starts with small letter. So it is the incorrect one. Leo should not be start with capital letter because Leo is the species name, and species name is always start with a small letter. So here option A is the incorrect one and option D is the correct one, because in option D, Panthera, which is the genus name, start with this P, and the species name with small letter L, Leo, Panthera leo. So here is the correct option is option D. Then question number 21, Mangifera indica is binomial nomenclature of mango. So tell me whether it is a right statement or wrong statement. It is a wrong statement because here it is written that Magnifera, but the mango, the binomial nomenclature of mango is Mangifera, 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 not Magnifera. So it is a false statement. Then question number 22, which among the following statements are correct? The biological names have their origin in Latin. The first word in a biological name represents the genus and the next represents the species. Canis lupus familiaris is binomial nomenclature of dog, and Panthera tigris is binomial nomenclature of tiger. So here the correct statement is the first word in a biological name represents the genus and the second one is the species. So here the correct statement is option B. Then the word taxa is a unit of, so taxa is a unit of classification. Then Mangifera indica and Arjadirecta indica have indica. Here is also the indica. Here the name indica suggests that they both have Indian origin and both have same species. Then classification is the main concept behind taxonomy. So yes, it is a true statement. Classification is the main concept behind taxonomy. So it is the last question. I hope you really enjoyed this and get benefit from it. In my next video, I will discuss some other questions which are related to your NEET 2024. So keep practicing and study hard, and each day at least practice 100 MCQs related to biology. Only 100 MCQs. You will definitely get the success. It's my promise to you. At least practice 100 question each day. So stay tuned and enjoy my videos like this. Like my videos, share with your other friends, and subscribe to my channel Sunanda's Tutorial. Thank you.